Today we're addressing the extraordinary claim that a UFO has been photographed by the Curiosity rover on Mars. Not only that, it was captured by 3 sequential photographs taken only seconds apart. If you're new to Blue Planet Red, please watch the award-winning Mars Disclosure documentary of the same name, now streaming worldwide on Amazon Prime, cable video on demand, and elsewhere. You can find all the links at blueplanetred.net. Now for a look at the extraordinary evidence at the UFO anomaly in question. The 3 images presented today were taken on Sol 2461. The geographical location, according to the Mars Curiosity location map, would be somewhere between these 2 coordinates taken on Sol 2459 and Sol 2463. Here are the URLs in case you'd like to go download these images for yourself. Unfortunately, I don't know who originally discovered these sequence of photographs. If you're out there and would like credit, please let me know. Here's the first photo. At first glance, there's really not much to see here, except for this one little tiny dot in the sky. And I know what you might be thinking, big deal. It's just a dot. The only thing is, the next image, taken 12 seconds later, shows that dot in a different spot. Okay, well, maybe it's just something wrong with the camera. But then the final photograph in this sequence of images, taken 13 seconds later, shows a larger dot in the sky. Now that's really strange. If you sequence these together and show them in rapid succession, you can make out some sort of movement here. Assuming this is an object in the sky, it just seems to go from one location to another very quickly, covering a very large distance in rapid time. Due to the low resolution of these photographs, zooming in introduces some imaging artifacts. So I asked Mars researcher and imaging expert Jean Ward for help in cleaning these up. And if you clean these up and get rid of some of that digital noise, you get a better look at these dots in the sky. It's awfully clear. So what does NASA have to say about this? Well, for this sequence of images, they really haven't said anything specifically. But in general, when it comes to any strange things that might be photographed on the surface of Mars, they'll give you their standard playbook of responses. And in general, they'll say something like, well, it's just dust on the lens, or it's a dead pixel, or a stuck pixel, or something even, like a cosmic ray burst. They might say it's a cosmic ray burst. Now, let's break down what each one of these is and why I don't think it's any one of these. Number one, if it's dust, for anyone who knows anything about professional photography, if you have dust on the lens, it doesn't really register as a little discernible pixel in the picture. It really just kind of makes things blurry at best. In fact, I'm recording this video with a whole lot of dust on the lens just to prove this point. You guys had no idea. You didn't see any pixels on the screen when I'm talking to you. You don't see diddly squat. So this whole thing that it's dust on the lens and that the dust somehow moves from here to here to here and gets bigger, it's kind of ridiculous. But let's examine this other explanation. It might be a dead pixel or stuck pixel. Okay, dead pixel is when the CCD of the camera, the thing that actually takes the light in and makes a picture out of it, the digital chip inside, one of the pixels on it just stops working. A dead pixel might show no color, a stuck pixel might just show one color, and either way, it's stuck or it's dead or it's just not moving at all. Dead pixels, stuck pixels do not move in the picture. It's there and it's there forever. So it can't possibly be one of these because this thing's moving around. All right, so let's examine this other explanation, cosmic ray burst. What the heck is a cosmic ray burst? Cosmic rays are high energy particles that move through space at nearly the speed of light. They originate from our sun and from distant stars. I don't believe that this is a cosmic ray burst. I think this is also a nonsense answer. And to help us explain why, let's turn to the man who literally wrote the book on space photography, NASA astronaut and astrophotographer Donald Pettit. Here you can see from a tweet he posted a while back. Here's a photo of the Gulf of Mexico looking at Florida and Cuba. Quote, "The fat streak on the left is a meteor, while the thin streak on the bottom right is from a cosmic ray traveling in the plane of the sensor, creating a narrow streak only a few pixels wide. The streak is multicolored as the cosmic ray moves between the red, green, blue pixels, also known as a Bayer filter." Donald Pettit posted 2 other images saying, "The 2 additional photos are enlargements from other examples showing the signature of cosmic rays." So you can see from these enlargements that cosmic rays present as streaks when photographed. Now you might think, well, can cosmic rays actually damage the camera's sensor to manifest some sort of artifact in the image that might cause these funny looking things in the Mars rover photographs? And the answer is yes. In fact, Donald Pettit also addresses damage caused by cosmic rays to the camera's sensors. Here in a different tweet, he says, quote, "On orbit, cosmic rays zing our cameras and over a period of 6 months will destroy a significant number of pixels in the camera sensor." That's a dead pixel. "The destroyed pixels scream bright white, red, green, or blue, depending on their location on the sensor, and distracts from the artfulness of the image with these colored polka dots. Software that removes the damage also removes the fine detail, thus giving it a muddy result." So he posted a few images to help demonstrate what he's talking about here. In this first photo, he's just taking a picture with the lens cap on. He says, "This is a dark frame, an image made with the lens cap on that only shows the damaged pixels. I take dark frames before every session and subtract out the damaged pixels post-flight." Next, what you'll see is the raw photo, and you'll see these colored polka dots all over. These are the dead or the stuck pixels that he can't get rid of because the camera is simply damaged from being in space and using it over a period of 6 months. This is what happens when cosmic rays, quote, "zing the cameras and damage the sensors and create these dead and stuck pixels." This is what they show up as. So in order to get the final photo, a cleaned up final photo, he runs some software that, quote, "shows the corrected photo where the dark frame with damage is subtracted from the desired image." So then you get this nice pristine looking photo with all of that camera sensor damage removed via software. Now, if that weren't enough, believe it or not, we actually do have a rover photograph showing what a cosmic ray burst looks like when photographed by a Mars rover. And here you can clearly see there is a streak in the sky that kind of looks like what Donald Pettit has been photographing out in outer space when he's been on the International Space Station. Clearly, it looks nothing like our UFO anomaly in the sky presented here in today's video. So the interesting thing here is this cosmic ray burst, as photographed in this Mars rover image, did not damage the camera sensor. Otherwise, we would see a dead pixel or a stuck pixel or a streak or something in every single other rover photograph ever taken. And we just don't. So this whole cosmic ray burst explanation is just nonsense. It's just what they want to throw out there because they can't explain what the heck this thing is. Which is why we're calling it a UFO, an unidentified flying object. Now, unless Mars has flying rocks all over the place, well, I don't know what the heck else this thing could be. And in the age of UFO disclosure, well, I think we have to very much consider the possibility that there are UFOs, in fact, flying around on Mars, and here we got one in motion. What more do you need, folks? So, to see more of John Ward's Mars discoveries, please check out his YouTube channel at John Ward or visit his website, megalithic.mars.com. You can also check out my extended interview with John Ward, where we take a look at even more UFO anomalies that he's discovered, as well as other anomalies on Mars. And if you're interested to know more about Mars Disclosure, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. And if you haven't already, please watch Blue Planet Red, now streaming on Amazon, cable video on demand, and elsewhere. For more information, please visit blueplanetred.net. Thank you very much. See you next time.